In today's Python Pandas video, we're going to be taking a look at how you can utilize where through 7 different examples. Now, where is essentially the opposite of mask, although where does handle null values a little bit better. So it is my preference to use where in comparison to mask, but people can have their own opinions and use whatever one they want to achieve their solutions. With this intro out of the way, grab a Python notebook and let's start coding. All right, guys, let's jump right into the video. So we're going to start off by importing in both pandas and PD. So pandas as PD, and then we're going to import in numpy as np. So import numpy as np. All right, so we have both of those over there. What we're going to do is create a data frame. I'm going to copy and paste over the code, and you guys can do that as well because we have an article down below with all the code from this video. So save yourself some time, grab it, and then we're going to keep moving forward. So data frame equals PD data frame, right? So we're going to get a data frame. We're passing in a dictionary over here. We have hourly salary, and then we have this list over here, salary. So 500, right? 10,000. Man, I wish I could make $10,000 in an hour. 220, and then we have a null value on that side of things, right? So we have our data frame on that. And then what we're going to do is just convert this to numeric. We have that. And then just to show you what this data frame looks like over here, right? When we have our hourly salary. Awesome. So what we're going to do is look at our first example of using where. And we're going to go over here to example 1. And we're going to say keep only values under $1,000, right? Which 1,000 is still an insane salary for an hour. Yeah, let's look like a high-end lawyer. But we're going to put over here filtered df equals df.where. And then we're going to just pass in our data frame. So data frame less than 1,000 on that side of things. And then we'll go over here to filtered df. So filtered df like that. And then what you guys can see is we have 500, 220, and then we now have a null value. So this $10,000 an hour is now null and no longer exists, right? So that's keeping our values. And obviously there is that side of things. And this is our basic example, right? We're going to keep on increasing the complexity as we go through this video. But we're going to take a look at example 2, which is going to keep under 1,000 again, but we're going to just replace with another value. Now, the code is going to be very, very similar, right? So you can just go over here and grab this because that's going to be our starting point. df.where, right? And this time we're going to pass in a parameter called other. So other equals 999. And I just put 000 because I fat fingered that and I'm trying to talk to the camera over here and also pay attention to the code on the screen. There's a lot going on, but regardless, what we have is 999. It replaces anything over here that is greater than 1,000, right? We keep what's in this condition, right? So anything under 1,000 we keep, and then replace it with others 999. And then let's take a look at that. And we go here to filter data frame, and we have this, right? So 999, and then also 999. And this is interesting because obviously, where is the opposite of mask, but mask doesn't impact null values, but where does, right? On this side of things, right, we're keeping the values under 1,000. The null value was actually replaced in over here. When we took a look at mask, it wasn't. Personally, I prefer using where over mask. That's what I would use in my own code. But regardless, there's preferences between some people. People prefer mask, people prefer where. They're opposites based off of what you pass in here and as one of the parameters, right? The condition on this side of things. But let's keep exploring it a little bit more. Now what we're going to do is taking a look at just filling a null value. So it's going to be example 3. So example 3, filling a null value, right? Again, there's other ways to fill null values, but I just wanted to show you guys because there's so many ways within pandas and df.where. And I'm pretty sure I covered this in my null value video. If not, like I said, in that video, I covered, I think, like 10 to 20 different approaches to it. But anyways, what we're doing over here is saying df not null. If the value is null, we're just going to replace it with 0. And what you can see is, so I just go over here to df where, right? You can see we have a value of 0 here at the bottom. All right, we're going to change up our examples now. What I'm going to do right now is create another data frame. This is going to be based around football players. Or if you're overseas and you're thinking soccer, American football, right? NFL, not technically football players, which we call soccer players in the US. Regardless, right? We have different running backs: Barry Sanders, Walter Payton, Emmitt Smith, Jim Brown, career rushing yards, right? And then also touchdowns. I believe some of this data here is going to be fictitious just for this video purpose, but yeah. So we have that on here for DF2. And just to show you what this looks like, and again, just copy this from my website. Don't type all this out, save yourself some time. We have the running back, career rushing yards, right? And then also the touchdowns. So let's jump into our fourth example. So we're going to say example 4, right? And we're just going to look at replacing a column specifically. We've only taken a look at full data frames. This time we're going to look at a column. So we're going to say df2.where, and then inside we're going to pass in a column. So we're going to say df2, and we'll have career rushing yards. So career rushing yards, we're going to say that is going to be less than, I think we had what, 100,000? 1, 2, 3. I think that's what I had on this side of things. We just run this, and you can see everything is replaced on this row where the career rushing yards was over 100,000 as null values, and that is represented by NaN, right? And we're just say column on this one. Example 5 is going to be multiple conditions on this side of things, and we're going to use and. So we're going to say example 5, multiple conditions and let's jump into that one. So what we're going to do is say df2.where, and when you're dealing with multiple conditions, make sure you put parentheses around each of them. We'll put an and, we'll put parentheses around this one as well. And the first thing we're going to look at is df2 touchdowns. So we're going to say touchdowns over here. Touchdowns is greater than equal to 99. So greater than equal to 99. And 0, 0 again, but I did that twice in this video. And then we'll have df2, and we'll say career rushing yards, and we're going to say that is not equal to 18,355. Technically, only having this over here would remove a row, but we'll just have both for this video. Does not really matter too much. And I cannot type today because it should be 18,3. It's been a long day. But regardless, you can see now this row over here has all null values because that was the career rushing yards, and that would ruin the logic over here, right? This wants to show everything that does not have that on that side of things, right? And because it hits that criteria, that is going to be gone. Let me show you also example 6, which is or conditions, and also setting the conditions outside of where. So let's say example 6 or and conditions outside, and we'll jump into that. So set up your filters. We'll say filter 1 equals, and then we'll filter 2. So filter 2 equals, and let's just look at touchdowns, right? So we'll look at is in between touchdowns. So we'll say df2 touchdowns. One of these is going to be less than 100. The other one is going to be greater than 150. All right, so we just want to populate in our data frame anything that is going to be greater than 150 or less than 100. So we'll just run both of those on there. And then inside over here, we'll say df2.where. Then we'll say filter, I apologize for this getting in the way. We'll have filter 1. You use a pipe for an or, and then pass in filter 2 like that. And a lot cleaner, right? You pass in your conditions over here, and you did the or on this side of things. And yeah, we have 2 null values. If we look the reason why, 110, right? That's in between over here, so that's removed. And then 106, so this the same exact thing. All right, last example in here, what I want to do is just show you creating a brand new column. So that's another way that you could do this. So example 7, create a new column. And what we'll do on here is go df2, we'll pass in touchdown totals, right? So that's gonna be our new column. We're gonna say this is equal to df2 touchdowns, right? And we're gonna say .where. And what we can do over here is say df2 touchdowns, that's, and we'll say is greater than equal to 100, right? So it'll populate anything over 100. Other, we can specify what we want on here. We could pass in an integer, we could pass in a string. I'm just gonna say less than 100. Doesn't make a lot of sense to do that, but we'll just say that on this case. And yeah, now we just take a look at df2. And you can see that we have a new column called touchdown totals. This one has less than 100 because Barry Sanders only has 99, and everything else just passed in over here because it met this condition on there. But this makes it pretty explicit what's going on, right? If it fits that criteria, pass in. Otherwise, you pass in that other value, which I just wrote as less than 100. Again, you can use integer or a string. But yeah, that's essentially where. Opposite of mask, personally, I prefer using where over mask. Again, just the main thing to note is it'll keep anything that passes this condition in over here. By default, it'll replace it with a null value unless you specify with other. I showed you a few other examples, right? A little bit more advanced. Again, if it does impact one column and a value in a row, everything in that row will be impacted. And yeah, that is essentially pandas.where. Hey guys, I appreciate you checking out this video on pandas.where. If you found it valuable, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're publishing about 3 different data science videos every single week here and would really appreciate it. Down below, you'll find links to the article based around this video, our free Discord server, and then also any mentorships that you would want between me and Matt. We can help you with some career advice, help you with some technical concepts, and much more. If you want to continue this Pandas playlist, though, click right over here. We have like 25 plus videos right now, and then we're going to continue to expand it out.